Hello. Alrighty, so what I'm doing right now is replacing the passenger side exhaust manifold on my 1991 Chevy 1500. This isn't totally step by step, but just to give a general idea. The first part was taking off the splash shield, the inner fender. And then once you get that inner fender and the tire, you gotta take the tire off to really get that out good. Make sure it's jacked up on stands, whatever you got, blocks, stands, that kind of thing. See, there's the splash guard right there that I had taken off. It's got a good number of bolts. Also, the battery is held up by that, so you'll have to disconnect the battery, take that out, take the battery stand off. And then once we've got the splash guard off and the tire off, now what I'm doing here is I took out the spark plug to make it a little easier. Now with these bolts, it's only 6 bolts, and with this Chevy and there's another Chevy in the junkyard that I pulled the other manifold off of. It's actually been very easier than I expected. So what I've been doing, I sprayed penetrant. Personally, I like Seafoam's Deep Creep, but W40, I mean, really any old penetrant will work. With these bolts, it's this connection right here where the bolt meets the manifold that gets real sticky. But these have been really easy to break, and I'm just really happy about that. So what I've been doing is, so I break them loose, spray more penetrant on them, and then tighten them back down, because if you just take them all off, the manifold kind of starts to taco, for lack of a better word, away from the engine block, and you don't want more stress on the bolts, because the last thing you want to do is break one of these little assholes. You don't want to break these, because that's gonna really ruin your day, I promise you. So I'm about halfway through. I've got these 3 guys loosened. These 3 guys here. And then, let's see. So for this Chevy here, these are, was it 13? Let's see what we got here. 14 millimeter. And, let's see, to give you an idea. So, make sure we got this. Twist it right. So, make sure it's real snug. Use a 6-point socket. You don't want the 12-point. You don't want slippage. You don't want to round these off. You don't want to make it any harder than it already is. So make sure this bad boy's on there nice and tight. And then I've been taking it and just kind of using the manifold or the other real solid pieces of engine here as leverage. And let's see, it's kind of been a two-handed deal, but once you get it broken here, let me see if I can do this. Alright, so let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get this guy. Like I got the other one. So I just kind of really slowly. You want to be real gentle. Now that guy broke a little rougher than the last 3 did, so I'm going to make sure that I didn't, because I don't want the head of the bolt to be moving independently of the back of the bolt, because that's when you got a real pain in the ass on your hands. So I don't want that. It seems to be, it seems like that broke pretty good. Let's see, let's check it out, I guess. So what I've been doing is I'll take them out, basically all the way. Of course it's raining. It always rains on me when I'm doing shit like this, you know. It's just how it goes. Let's see here. Alright, come on, little baby. Be good. See what we got. Let's see what we got. Seems like it's coming out. It seems like it's threading out. Oh heck yeah, that's what we want to see. That is, oh, that is beautiful right there. So what I'm gonna do, put a little more deep creep in while you're sleeping. Alrighty, and then put it back in. Tie it back down. Now I'm gonna do that for the last 2 bolts. Then I got these little periphery things. I got this little hosey guy. But yeah, and then once that's done, my big problem is this nightmare right here. You see this? Ooh, so that's where my manifold bolts have been heat. Just, oh, it's a mess. And I tell you what, I have put band-aids on this thing again and again, and I was really scared to do this manifold because I thought it was going to be much more difficult than it's proving to be right now. And of course now I feel really silly because I could have just done this from the get. But hey, live and learn, right? But so now when I put this new manifold on, I'm going to have holes here like I should, and I can actually screw my muffler into the holes, and my truck will be significantly quieter. I do have a straight pipe on there. I just cut the cat off because this whole thing has been kind of a nightmare. The heat backing up, causing other problems in my engine and stuff. Which is why it's really important to take care of these exhaust issues when they happen. This is the first truck I've had that's out of 14 vehicles that's had a real serious exhaust problem like this. But you know, thank goodness for Chevy, because I never have problems with Chevy bolts. Now Ford, on the other hand, with my Bronco, I always had an issue with those bolts. But if you have a Chevy and you're about to take off your manifold, I believe that you can do it. I have faith in you. I've been doing my own work on cars for about 15 years. I know I'm a lady and stuff, but I know more than most boys around me most of the time. And you know, just you put your mind to it, you can do it, and just do your research. And that's one really good piece of advice I found, is to, when you get these bolts broken, loosen them and put the penetrant and then tighten them back down, and then at the end take them off from each end towards the middle, so when it tacos out on you, you don't have a lot of stress on the bolts. Anyway, I will do probably a little clip here once I get the finished product, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents in on taking a manifold off of a old Chevy. Thank you. Alrighty, so here's the update. Also, it's raining, so I'm completely in my little canopy here, hiding from the rain. Now, I just broke a bolt, but you know what? I'm hoping this bolt doesn't actually go into the engine block. It's this little guy right here. This little asshole. But yeah, so I did break a bolt. It did a weird little noise because it felt like it was coming, like the rest of them did, but it went, and then it went snap. So I guess that's how it sounds. But I think I'm still doing all right though. I've got all these guys loose. They're all good. They're all good. And I'm pretty sure this is just into the manifold, which is cool. I can work with that because I got my new manifold. But yeah, so I just wanted to update on that. I did break a bolt, but thank goodness it wasn't one of these ones, because then I'd really be having a bad day. Alrighty. Right, so one more thing to note. This guy right here, this valve, I'm not exactly sure. It's got to be, looks like EGR, some sort of exhaust valve, obviously. However, note here, it's probably an inch. I have up to 13/16, I have a 7/8. They were not big enough. It's a knuckle buster, so I ended up using my adjustable crescent wrench here. Ooh, sorry, my light is bad. This guy. And just watch yourself, because there's all kinds of stuff up in here. This guy's kind of an awkward spot. I got it busted. It's coming loose, but yeah, watch your knuckles on this stuff around here. But yeah, so my guess is it's an inch, but it's very large. Took a little bit of elbow grease to break that one too, but we're all loose and should be undone here in just a second. Alrighty, so we got it off. Oh my goodness. Ooh, doggies. There's a couple gaskets. One of the gaskets just fell off in a complete piece. It looks like this one might do the same thing. Let's see here. Oh, yep, there it is. Whoa, sweet. That makes it easier. I don't gotta do a lot of work on that then. That's done. Pew. Got new gaskets to put on there. Make sure these hoses nice and cleaned up. Ooh, man. And, oof, my poor wires. Gotta check on that, too. These poor wires been getting charred by this exhaust for a while. This whole thing's been a major issue. Really big problem. I really wish I'd known that it was actually going to be just that easy. And then the other thing is, there's the old one. Oof, look at that POS. That's shit. That's horrible. I just make sure they matched up, which they do. They're exactly the same. Yay! So, new manifold. Here I come. Alrighty. Alright, so I got chased out of where I was working on this, so I'm starting over. Got that manifold on there. Just got to get the exhaust attached. So I just wanted to give you a look. So I'm taking off the splash guard. I just reattached it with a couple of the bolts because I knew I was going to take it right back off. And then I'm going to take the tire off. Got it jacked up. And here we go again.